Hi, my name is Courtney Sullivan, and I'm the Career Counselor and Career Services at Purdue University, Fort Wayne. We are located in Kettler Hall, room 109, and you can reach us at the phone number listed or email us at careerservices@pfw.edu. Today, I'm going to be talking about job searching. So you might start looking for a job by using the internet. It's very convenient. Today you can just Google different positions and there's things that come up, or you can look at Indeed.com or go through different advertisements. So that's probably how most people start in their job search. Then you might think about going to career fairs, especially for students here on campus. We have a career fair every year. So it's an easy way for you to see what opportunities there are out there and connect with employers. Then you might go through professional organizations or recruitment agencies, and then network with your peers, friends, or family and hear about things through the word of mouth. Someone might refer to you to apply to their company and organization if they already work there and think that you might be a good fit for a new position open or different opportunities there. Or you might be looking for different opportunities at an organization or company that you're currently working at. So you would be an internal candidate. How employers search for candidates is in the opposite direction. So they'll probably start with their internal candidates. They know those individuals have already been working within that company or organization, probably know more about how to do that job just because they have a better frame of reference about what that company does and what the organization structure is and things like that. Then they'll start looking at who has been referred to them from people who are working at that organization or company, because they probably trust that those individuals can recommend people for that position because, like I said, they already work there, so they might have a better frame of reference about that company or organization. So then they'll move up to networking or hearing about individuals through the word of mouth. And then they'll go to professional organizations or recruitment agencies, and then go to career fairs, and then look at applicants who have applied online or found positions through their website. Where to look for jobs. So like I mentioned, the career fair is a really good place to look for a job because we have one every year on campus, and over 100 employers come to connect with students. It's a good way to interact with someone face to face, so they're not just reading a piece of paper and trying to get to know you that way. They're getting to know you, who you are on a more personal level because you're making that connection in person. You can also look at company websites, so if you know a particular company that you want to work for, keep an eye on their websites for new postings and new job opportunities or new internship opportunities. You can also look at industry job boards. So they have different job boards that are specific to different industries, so kind of narrows down your search a little bit, makes it a little bit easier. So if you're only looking for computer science jobs, then there's a computer science job board, and that way you're not having to filter through things. You might also want to check out Career One Stop. So they have different positions open, and you can search by title or by location, but there's a ton of free resources on there for individuals in different stages of their job search process. They also have a tab if you're looking to kind of change careers, or if you're a veteran and if you're entry level. So definitely take a look at that website for different positions, but also for all the resources that are offered for free. College career offices, so come see us. We can help you search for jobs. I'm going to go through our online job platform a little bit later in this presentation, but we can definitely help you look for specific things. We can also help you look for different job boards and give you different tools and resources to help you in your job search. You can go to community or employment agencies, although I'd say this is kind of less common, but they still exist and they're still out there. You can look at online websites. A good example of one is Indeed.com. Again, you can search through different things, filter through different things, by title and location, similar to Career One Stop, but Indeed has a lot of opportunities on there. I would suggest, even if you're using online platforms like Indeed or Career One Stop, I would always go back to the company website and apply directly on there. That way you can make sure they get their materials and they have the most updated job postings. You can also look at social networking sites. So a really good one to use if you haven't been using it already is LinkedIn. I know of a particular employer in this area who only posts jobs on LinkedIn currently. He just found that it's the easiest way for him. So if you're not looking on LinkedIn, you're missing out on some opportunities potentially. And I know we can help you with your LinkedIn profile if you don't have one, help you get it set up, and show you how to job search or set up job alerts on LinkedIn. So if you are looking for a job or internship, definitely use Handshake. So Handshake is our online job portal. We have new jobs on there every single day, new internships on there every single day. So definitely make sure you're keeping an eye out on that. If you want to go to Handshake, you can access it through your Go PFW account under the Career Development tab, Handshake, and then Jobs. And I will show you how to navigate that. Just give me one moment. So once you've logged into Handshake, it will look something like this. So to job search, you want to click on the Jobs tab. So you can click on Jobs. And then you can search by job titles, employers, or keywords, and or by location. And then there's a bunch of filters here. So full-time, part-time, internship, on campus, work study, by industry, job function, major, by employer. Lots of different ways that you can filter through different opportunities depending on what you're looking for. So if you want to stay in Fort Wayne, you can put Fort Wayne as the location. See jobs. So the jobs will come up over here if you scroll down. But the first one that pops up is a teller at Horizon Bank. So if you click this, it will take you to the company website and apply directly on there. I would also suggest having your resume already ready to go on Handshake. It just makes the application process a little bit easier. But you can scroll down here to see what the job overview is, what the duties are, qualifications and skills, competencies, physical demand, and then this box here talks about Horizon Bank, so you can learn a little bit more about that company. But again, if you click external application, it'll take you to the company website and you can apply directly on there. But any employer that we know of that's looking to recruit Purdue Fort Wayne students, we always direct them on Handshake. So there should be a lot of local opportunities here as well as opportunities across the nation. Anyone could post on Handshake. So I definitely take advantage of this resource that's available to you. I've taken you back to the presentation. So now that you know how to navigate Handshake, when you're looking to apply to different positions, you definitely want to make sure you're doing your research ahead of time. So make sure that you know what employers are looking for. Pay attention to the job description, look at the qualifications. If you're not sure what a certain job entails, I would suggest going to ONET. If you just Google ONET and pull it up, you can type in any occupation, and then it tells you kind of what the daily tasks are, what skills are needed, what education is required, what the average pay is, and things like that. So I would suggest doing more research ahead of time before you apply to something. And then you want to evaluate your skill set. So make sure you're emphasizing your relevant skills in your resume and your cover letter that make you qualified for that position, and find ways to develop weaker areas through work experience, education, and training. So looking at the job description, so here's an example of a job that you might find. This is for an internship position at MedPro within their Learning and Development department. So here you'll see what you would be doing in this role, and then it tells you what the qualifications are, what they're looking for, in someone who's applying to this position. So make sure that you're taking a good look at this and that you meet the requirements that they're looking for. If you don't meet the requirements, sometimes you won't even get past HR. It's just how the process is. So make sure that you have all the experience that they're looking for and you know what the job description is and that you could see yourself wanting to do something like that. Tips for the job search. So just stay positive. It can be a lot of work to apply to a job, especially if you're a recent graduate and you're trying to find something by the time you graduate, so you kind of have a time crunch. It can be exhausting and you're still a student and trying to manage your schoolwork and might be working as well. So just stay positive through the process. It helps if you keep a chunk of time every week to apply to jobs. Maybe give yourself a goal that you're going to apply to 1 job every week, or you're going to apply to 3 jobs every week, whatever it is. If you want to work for a particular employer, make sure that you're checking back with them every few months. Again, like I mentioned earlier, checking on their website so you can see the new job postings. They have new opportunities all the time at different companies, so you want to keep an eye out if you really want to work there. Plan and set goals, use spreadsheets to track applications. So that's what I was saying earlier. Maybe give yourself a goal of how many jobs you want to apply to every week or every month or whatever your timeline is. And make sure that you follow up with your application. So contacting the person that might be hiring with you, calling HR and finding out what the status of your application is. Sometimes employers take a really long time to get back to you, whether or not you got the position. So it's good to always follow up, and that way it gets your name in front of the employer one more time. And then you want to make sure you're polite to everyone you interact with. That goes a long way. So if you're needing to talk to HR or needing to talk to the hiring manager, just be positive and be polite, and that will go a long way. So for new jobs and internships specific to your major, make sure you're reading the Connect. So we try to post new positions and jobs and internships on the Connect every other week, and we send that to your student email, so make sure you're taking a look at that. And the jobs are filtered specifically for your major, so kind of help in your job search process or your internship search process. So definitely take a look at this. I know you get a lot of emails already, but this is one worth reading, I promise you. And then if you're interested in the National Student Exchange, you can contact Allison Renierson. She's the NSC coordinator on our campus. So this is a good opportunity if you kind of want to go spend a semester somewhere else. And I would say this is helpful if you're looking for jobs in a particular area outside of Fort Wayne or outside of Indiana. You kind of have an idea of where you want to settle eventually after graduation. I would suggest looking into this program and seeing if there's any schools that you could go to. That way you're networking and getting experience in the area that you want to live in after graduation, because that also goes a long way. I know that there was a student that did an internship at Cirque du Soleil in Las Vegas on the National Student Exchange, and she ended up getting a full-time job offer after that experience. So you never know what opportunities this could lead to. Follow us on social media, find out what's going on in our office and what events we have coming up and things like that. If you're looking for networking events, again, go to Handshake on your Go PFW account under the Career Development tab, and then Handshake and Events, and you can see what events are coming up. We have a ton of events that involve employers coming on campus, and that goes a long way. Networking with them, finding out what job opportunities are available within their company or organization. So definitely take a look at that. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my presentation, and I wish you the best in your job search process.